Program activated.
Attention everyone, the unpleasant noise you are about to hear coming from your radio is not a mistake.
Okay, first things first, what is your name?
This is Big Sonny playing the best of the 90s and beyond.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Radio in motion.
Please do not turn off your radio, but turn up the volume on your receiver as high as it can go.
All right, here we go.
Radio in motion.
That was Cry Little Sister from the movie Lost Boys. Before that, horror movie by Skyhooks. Do you ever wonder that Dracula also sounds like Russian soldier? All you have to do Dracula is say blah 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 at the end. Well, maybe. You're listening to Radio Motion, tonight's Halloween hits on Halloween night. Love that song, and definitely the one before by Skyhooks, horror movie. Obviously, if you ever know the origins of that one, they're not talking about a horror movie. They're just talking about watching the evening news from America. I dare say that hasn't changed. Before that, Alice Cooper with Feed My Frankenstein, and kicking it off with AC/DC and Hell's Bells. Hope you're enjoying trick-or-treating tonight. Just giving you a few tidbits about Halloween throughout the night. I know in Australia it's hard to translate sometimes. You know, this doesn't just come from America. This is, you know, old days, Celtic tradition days, Ireland and Scotland and Wales. And the thing is in Australia, I mean, tonight's kind of a spooky night, but you're at a bit of a disadvantage because, like most holidays, they're always based on the seasons and in somehow tying in with the seasons, winter solstice. And in this case, it's Samhain, essentially translating to summer's end, celebrating the fall harvest, and that winter is coming. And, you know, winter is usually associated with cold and bitter and death. And in Australia, dare I say, it's fake spring at the moment, but it's not fall. So in the northern hemisphere, you'd also would get the full moon, the harvest moon, the very spooky Halloween moon that you've seen in all the movies. But you know, those old traditions, they come from the old world. And the thing about trick-or-treating and dressing up, you know, that was tradition, like an Irish tradition. They called it guising. And essentially, the kids would dress up and they'd have to perform a little show to get a treat. Now, to be honest, the trick part didn't come into play. That was a U.S. edition. That didn't happen until around like the 1920s. I guess the kids over there thought, well, if we don't get a treat, we'll play a trick on someone. Now, I dare say I leave that up to you as to how you want to do that, but I think it's nicer just to get the treat and dress up and be respectful. But the other thing is you have to think, you know, why did they dress them up to begin with? Well, again, you know, it's all about the superstitions of old and the change of the season. They believe that the sort of the veil of the night was the thinnest at this time, and sort of the veil between the two worlds, this life and the afterlife, was at its thinnest. So that's when all the ghosts and ghouls and demons and evil spirits would come out. And essentially, dressing up was a way to be in disguise. It's perfect camouflage, right? If you look like one of them, well, they wouldn't attack you. So especially with children, if you dress up like a ghost or a goblin or a creepy zombie or a monster, well, the monsters can't get you. They'll just go right by and go, Frank, yeah. They'll leave you alone. You're in disguise. So I get that. That kind of makes sense. And jack-o'-lanterns. Now, I've been here for over 20 years, and when I first got here, Halloween was not a thing. I was trying. Obviously, it's here in a big way, and I'm sorry it's so commercialized. Hopefully you can find the innocence in it and the fun. But I got a jack-o'-lantern, which was hard enough 20 years ago. Now you can find them in the store, although I dare say they're hellaciously expensive, but I won't get into that. But did the whole thing, carved the pumpkin, carved the jack-o'-lantern, put it outside, and all the neighbors were so confused and enamored by it, coming around. What is that? Oh, I don't know. What is this evil spirit? But that's the thing. What is a jack-o'-lantern? What is the purpose? And that was another very old world. It did have a purpose. They used to actually carve turnips, and they would put a candle in it. So essentially, as you're walking around, it's glowing, looking like a soul. And it also was meant to actually ward off all the evil spirits and protect you. And, as America, America didn't just all of a sudden become diverse, obviously built by so many traditions from Europe. As the Irish came over, they started to carve pumpkins when they were in America. So, like I say, if you're not into Halloween, it's not all our fault. But, just try to find the fun side of it. And it's not just an American money-making machine, although it is now. So I hope you're enjoying trick-or-treating tonight and being safe. And join me for the rest of the night. More great Halloween hits coming up and some more Halloween stories after a word from our sponsors. Bad Moon Rising, Creedence Clearwater. Before that, Motley Crue with Shout at the Devil and Pet Cemetery by the Ramones, all part of tonight's spooktacular Halloween hits on Radio in Motion. So, as I said, I'd talk to you throughout the show about some of the origins of Halloween and trick-or-treating, and we've already got someone on the line who has a question. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, how's trick-or-treating going from the point of view of the candy giver, of the lolly giver?
I've got so many questions because it's not a standard holiday over here.
What's that? You're breaking up.
I've got so many because it's not a standard holiday in Australia. It's it's only something that's come around the last few years.
I know. And what?
So these kids, if they don't say trick or treat, do I give them anything, or do I kick them off my property?
I think that all depends on the sad face that you can deal with looking back up at you. But I dare say, last year, they came up, and again, I was forgiving them because they were Australian kids. They just put out their hands, and they're just like, here, give me. And I said, it's trick or treat. I don't know if they liked that. But yeah, I think they should have to say trick or treat.
I agree. Well, what happens if you select trick? What's the answer then?
What if it's a trick? Well, yeah, that's the thing. So now, like I was talking about, the whole origin here coming from that sort of Celtic origin, it was really meant to be the kids would dress up, and they go around, and they have to do a show to get their lollies. You know what I mean? They have to work for their treat.
Yeah, they couldn't just rock up.
No, they couldn't just come up. And look, again, I think that's something that probably started in the U.S. when you had, those rascally teenagers. All teenagers worldwide, by the way, are trouble. I think they were the ones that started the trick if they didn't get a treat. Now, I don't think that's really nice because that can get out of control.
Yeah.
That can get out of control. So I think trick or treat is just a phrase because, look, okay, are they going to toilet paper your yard or are they going to smash something? That's when it's not funny.
Yeah, that's true as well.
So let's hope that doesn't catch on here. Has that ever happened? Has anyone ever done anything to your yard or anything?
No, I've never copped that.
No.
Not yet. We'll see after tonight.
Why? Because you're going to hold back some treats, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to hold back some treats. We just had some kids that weren't even dressed up, so...
See, that's a poor effort. They're not even getting into the spirit. Plus, the spirit, they're supposed to be in disguise, like I said. The whole point, it used to be, Marvel has taken over, and everyone wants to dress up as Spider-Man. I get it, you want to live out your fantasy. That's fun. But it really was meant to be you're supposed to dress up like goose and ghouls and goblins because you're supposed to be in disguise while the evil spirits are out there, and so they don't get you. I don't think anyone gets that part.
There you go. These are things we're learning.
Yes. And not dressing up at all, I'm not sure what they think they're doing. They just want free food. If you want a free feed,
just laziness.
Go to your granny's house for a free feed,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Well, the one final question, probably the more important one of the whole night, Jackson's Hill.
Yes.
Pretty sure we're supposed to be looking out for Michael Myers.
Absolutely. If he's anywhere, he is up here.
All right.
Every house, every tree, every corner, while I was driving up here, I dare say it's Mike Myers country, definitely. But remember, he's getting older, so I think he's pretty easy to run from.
Doesn't seem to slow him down. He walks, but he walks quick.
I have a theory that there's more than one. That's my theory.
that's probably true.
I don't think he can run that fast.
I'd rather not find out the hard way.
No, don't find out. All right.
All right.
Well, enjoy your
Thanks, Nick
trick-or-treating. That's all right. You're welcome.
Don't forget, Tuesday night, got to put the bins out.
Yeah, I'll put the bins out. Thank you. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Gotta put the bins out. I think that's going to be the tagline of the show. You're listening to Big Sonny. Don't forget to put the bins out. Well. All right, I hope you're enjoying tonight's show and trick-or-treating. Be safe. Watch out for cars. Watch out for Mike Myers. And watch out for all the ghosts and ghouls and goblins out there. More great Halloween hits after a word from our sponsors.